Hello, welcome to My Life on Paper. I'm Brianna. I am so glad you are here today. I am playing along with Sketch Sunday and the crew. We are using the same sketch that Chrissy's Beautiful Life in her 30 days of sketches is using. Season 18. Fatima Avila is who made our sketch for today. It is series number 18, although there was a best of, so it's actually the 19th series. I like to point that out. But it is a two-page sketch, and I thought long and hard, and I kind of wanted to sneak in just one of the pages. And I have all of these concert photos, and so I found that they were going to fit nicely into this sketch. And in fact, I fit a lot more photos into this sketch than is called for. I like to thank Holly from Ivy Cole Creations. She gets so many photos on a layout, and that's what I know I need to start doing. Because look at all these beautiful photos. So this was Summerfest. Milwaukee, Wisconsin has Summerfest every year, and it's moved into like 3 weekends. It used to be like a week long. Now they're going to like 3 weekends, I think it is. And they just have side stages with a bunch of bands, and they have the big stage, the grandstand. It's not really a grandstand, the large concert venue where they sell the tickets to and stuff. But this was Trapper Shep, and I stole all the pictures off of the Facebook of Summerfest. So I figure they are there for you to use. And there was a lot of extra on the photos, so I didn't have, I have these 4x6 that I've developed a long time ago before I got my printer, and so then I was just able to trim them down. Here I had made 4x4 photos, and I decided I was going to make them 3x4 going horizontally, so that works that way. And I'm just trying to get them to kind of overlap, because I do want to get them kind of more smooshed onto the page. And again, with overlapping, I am not covering anything up important. There's still, I guess we'd call it white space. If there's still something there doesn't have any picture in it. Here it's kind of black space, but and then I'm going to move those over because even though the 3x, oh no, did I make those 3x3? I made those 3x3. I trimmed them 3x3, and then I figured I could overlap those. So because those are shorter, they looked better on the left-hand side. And when I say shorter, I mean the three are more compact on the left-hand side. So it kind of gives the vibe or the illusion, or not illusion, but the look of the two bigger photos on the right-hand side with the one smaller on the left-hand side. So I think you can still see the nod to the sketch here. Before turning on the camera, so these papers, in fact, I think it was when I turned on the camera. I just been talking the whole time. These are old paper pad. And I think I started out thinking I was going to use that black paper as the background, but I've got that paper that is the background now, that had some words on it, and it looks like it might be like a title page, and I think the words are probably in French. So I just used that basically. I didn't gut it, and I just basically used it to back the black paper. And then I found these um, keys, and I'm trying to look for like a keyboard in this set. I don't even see a keyboard in the set. Well, somewhere at Summerfest there's a keyboard, so that's why the piano keys. But again, these are like it's super old paper pad that has been hanging out in my stash forever. And some of these things I just like they're still, oh, there you can see the paper. They're still pretty. That's still good to use for concert. So I'm using them on this page. And oh, I know why I used the black as the second layer was because there's a couple of papers in my stash, the black papers, that are not 12 by 12. So they were like already 11 by 12 or something. So anyway, it all worked out. I do have some washi. Oh, here's just some scrap from my stash to follow the sketch. I do have some washi up there. I don't end up using it. You can see there's that strip that goes along the whole both layouts towards the bottom, and I'm going to bring in some stickers for that instead. But as I always say, I like to have options, so it could have been washi. You just never know. Now here I'm going to sneak that scrap of paper underneath. I should have been thinking ahead, and I didn't, but I'm going to get that on there and then stick down my photos. And that's just what I'm doing there. Now, 2 days ago was my sketch with Chrissy's Beautiful Life in her 3 days of sketches. It was a big record. It was good for a concert layout, which I did. But I made a cut file that gave one of these big, is it a treble clef? I should know more than I do about music, but um, I'll call it a staff. And I didn't use it on that layout, so I'm going to bring it in to use on this layout. The sketch has a bunch of like, they look like cut files and a bunch of like florals and some butterflies, and it's beautiful. And I went into my stash and I just didn't have enough of anything for this kind of this antique piano keyboard thing. Um, and so, oh, that looked not straight to me, so I'm fixing it. So I am going to find a couple of stickers to use, but I won't have near the embellishments as what is on this sketch. I do bring in a bunch of other things from my stash, and I think oh, there's that musical staff, and I think I really use none of all the stuff that I'm bringing out. Again, and I have a lot. I do have a stash of concert things, and we do go to a lot of concerts. Actually, I think we're going to go to Summerfest at least twice more, if not three more times, while it's here. Um, so I have a stash, but nothing was really calling to me. So I went into my stash again. This I'm okay. So this is by Creative Memories. It's nothing recent. It's within the last 2 years. How about that? We'll say that. And I had bought them probably because I have some photos from when my daughter's senior year of show choir was, and my husband and I were part of the parents' performance, and I'm going to use those to make an 8.5 by 11 um, album. I haven't started it yet. All the pictures are ready to go, and I got these stickers because of it. And look, I really like the way these went with my papers here. So I've got the goldish, I've got the black and white. This really made me happy, and I didn't feel like I need a lot. Now I did happen to find two of the exact same musical note stickers, so that is what's going to go across the bottom of both my pages. Um, I originally had the upper photo on the bottom on the left there, and then the bottom photo on the top. But I knew I could cover up the crowd there on the bottom. I did not want to cover up the amp that's got the name of the band on it, so that ended up going on top. I have applause as my title, as one of my titles, because these other stickers I'm bringing in do have words on them as well. So in the spotlight is the circle. The other one says picture time, and that's why we can bring in the camera and the flash. So I'll get those down there, and then I kind of forgot about the staff, so I'm going to move that one, a couple things, I guess. This type of cardstock that I have, well, actually, I should say the one that I'm using for the scrap underneath there is not forgiving. So if you pull anything off, you're going to kind of see not, it doesn't tear, but it's all fuzzy then. So, but I just have to make sure if I'm pulling something up, something has to go over the top of it. I did feel like it needed a little something more, so I put that music book down there. And then this is where I'm going to figure out I want to move the musical staff over. So it's all on that piece there. So I'll get that glued down. I'll bring the picture time sticker and the camera with the flash back in. And then in my stash, and it had been in my music stash, I've got this one stamped image. It is a like a kind of an arrow with chevron in it, or chevron arrows in it, and looks like I made it to go with these papers. So I'm gonna make sure to get that on there. Um, but right now, I don't know why I had to move. Oh, I wanted that to go under the notes. There was room on the wording there on that round sticker to move it down. Okay, so this is what I stamped. Now again, this is like a leftover from a different page. I had stamped it for something else. I didn't use it, but I love the way it looks, so it's going to find its way onto the page. I am going to back it with some foam adhesive tape, and it is going to go down there on the bottom of the page next to that musical staff. And I believe that will complete the layout for me. So watch for the detail shots at the end. And until next time, may your memories always have a home on paper.